The NFL is not staying out of the headlines in the offseason. The NFL draft kicks off tonight in Chicago, and that's a big deal. And a federal appeals court this week ruled Patriots quarterback Tom Brady must serve a 4-game suspension this season over deflategate.
The court reinstated Commissioner Roger Goodell's decision to punish Brady. Goodell faces critics, including some of the league's stars, who say he has too much power. Commissioner Goodell is with us from Chicago, along with Panthers linebacker Thomas Davis. He was the 2014 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. They're launching a new education initiative. Commissioner, let us begin with you. Do you feel
Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning. Do you feel vindicated? And B, do you believe this is the end of it and that the suspension will now take place?
Well, Charlie, this is a decision we reached last summer. It was the right decision in according with the Court of Appeals, and I think this is the end of the matter, and we're moving forward and focusing on the draft and bringing all these great prospects into the league this tonight and over the next 3 days.
So Tom Brady will not play the first 4 games?
Well, the court was very clear on the fact that the suspension was reinstated, that it should not have been reversed in the first place last summer by the district court, and the Court of Appeals decision was quite strong on that.
Drew Brees is raising an interesting question this morning, Commissioner. It's good to see you. He said that you are the judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to all the discipline, that he wouldn't trust any league-led investigation. It's not transparent. He's implying that you have too much authority. How do you respond?
Well, it's very simple here. In this case, we had an independent counsel look at this case. They went through all the facts. We did not participate directly in that. We cooperated, of course. We looked for cooperation from the team and the other individuals. We got some of that. So there was an independent investigation on this and an independent report that was presented to me. And that's what we based the judgment off of. And then we had a hearing. We had a process that is articulated in our collective bargaining agreement that has been there for several decades.
I think everybody understands the process. I think he's raising the point about your authority. Do you think you have too much authority?
I can't wait to hear this.
As I said before, this is a process that's been in place for several decades, and something that's important to the league to make sure that we understand the issues in the league. We understand the points that we want to reinforce in the context of our policies. We negotiate several of those with the players and with others, and that's a responsibility of the commissioner over several decades.
Commissioner, I don't have to tell you there are a lot of issues that the NFL faces every day, from player behavior to fan involvement to brain disorders and concussions. But Deflategate, $20 million spent on this over a year. Is this seriously that important about some deflated balls?
I couldn't hear the question. I'm sorry. I apologize.
$20 million in legal fees for Deflategate. Is it seriously that important?
Well, this wasn't about the actual violation. This was about the rights that we had negotiated in our collective bargaining agreement, that we had in our collective bargaining agreement, and that we wanted to make sure that we retained. If we decide to negotiate with the union on those issues and be able to trade those, that's certainly within the rights of both the management and the players to do that. But this is something about retaining those rights that we negotiated.
Have you spoken to Tom Brady or Robert Kraft or anybody from the Patriots organization since the ruling, and how do you all move forward from this?
Yes, I have. I've spoken to Robert Kraft, Jonathan Kraft on several occasions on several different matters. And so, yes, we are moving forward. We have a lot to do. As you mentioned, there are a lot of challenges, a lot of positive things, and a lot of things we want to accomplish.
Let's bring in Carolina Panthers linebacker who's with you, Thomas Davis, who played in this year's Super Bowl 50. Thomas, great to have you. Let's talk about the NFL draft tonight. You were a first-round pick. Take us inside the draft. How do you think many of the prospects are feeling this morning?
The draft is very exciting time for a lot of us, especially the young kids that are coming in right now. And for me, it was extremely exciting. It was very nerve-wracking, though.
You're here to talk about your Character Playbook initiative, but I want to go back to the game where you played with some broken bones. Is that a sign of character, or are you just super duper strong?
I lost you at the end there. Could you repeat that?
I said you played in the Super Bowl with some broken bones. Is that a sign of character, or are you just super duper subhuman strong, Thomas Davis? Did you hear me?
So I think, yeah, I heard you that time.
Okay.
So I think it's definitely one of those situations where you played your whole career. I played my 11th year, and that was my first time having the opportunity to play in the Super Bowl. And as a player, that's why you play the game, to try to win the Super Bowl. And that was my first opportunity, and I wasn't going to miss it for a broken arm.
Yeah, you said it. Broken arm. Okay, so a little pain. Tell us about the Character Playbook initiative.
Listen, the Character Playbook initiative is a very important initiative that we're doing with the United Way. What we're trying to do is reach into middle school kids and give them the tools to make the right kind of life decisions, understanding influences in lives, understanding how to engage with others, how to address conflict, how to communicate with others. And we think these are the kind of skills that are important for kids throughout their life. And we're starting with 250 schools this coming year. People like Thomas Davis and his foundation, the Thomas Davis Foundation, are doing great work in their communities. A lot of our players are doing great work, and we're so proud of that work. And we want to make sure that we're supporting that and enhancing that and making sure that we can help our children for the long-term future.
All right, Commissioner Goodell and Thomas Davis, have a great day on NFL Draft Day. I know it's a big, big event out there. Thank you both.
It is. Thank you very much.
See you guys.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye.